So, I like to think I'm a pretty funny guy.
Who told you I didn't have Pegasus?
Jill?
Jill! Jill who?
Over the last couple of years, now that I've started doing commentary, I've actually found that a lot of my roots on the internet have changed, and even though that you guys have seen quite a lot of sides of me, some that I'm not so proud of, I'm kind of interested in letting you guys see what my usual habits used to be a couple of years ago. So, yeah, I know this isn't my normal content, but I'm just hoping you'll enjoy it. 2016. Back in 2016, I lived in a little small house, and I really didn't have Wi-Fi or anything. The only access to Wi-Fi I had was at school, and I literally remember me and my friends at school going onto the school Wi-Fi and watching MLG Teletubbies and KSI funny FIFA moments.
Teletubbies come to
Smoke weed every day. This isn't Fortnite funnies.
The one thing that I thought I was really interested in was MatPat and the FNAF series.
I just simultaneously whipped it, Nene!
You might call me crazy here, but listening to the FNAF world music just gives me so much nostalgia, and the reason why I feel like that is because FNAF was clever in a way. FNAF was built as a horror game where you had control, unlike most horror games. I know that actually turned off a lot of players, but it made me really interested in the game. Especially when I got to watch MatPat read into the series, and I just watched episode after episode of his 1,000 episode, like, Five Nights at Freddy's series. It actually made me so interested in this, I ended up making my own Five Nights at Freddy's series called Nights at Meeps. That is... I am not proud. I'm not proud. That was on his website called Scratch, which was basically a coding website for kids, and it was amazing for me at the time, because Scratch was like my YouTube before I had YouTube. I used to make really cool videos and animations using this coding website, and I had my own avatar and everything. Especially the games, because I remember putting so much effort into them. I know they're really glitchy because the Scratch engine's not as 100% polished as it used to be, but I'm still proud of them. I'll leave a link maybe in the description to them if you want to put yourself through that torture. 2017. Due to 2017, I still didn't really have Wi-Fi at home, but my urge to create some sort of content was not disappeared whatsoever. Me and my friend ended up making plans to make a magic YouTube channel because only the straightest of males do card tricks. I still loved making videos. In fact, I made countless card trick videos, and you could really see how I was trying to be entertaining. I kept making YouTube videos but never posted them because I couldn't.
The viewers have to be enjoyed, and plus that thumbnail couldn't be clickbait. If it was, then yeah, sorry.
I remember I made countless funny remixes of my friends' videos. I made this thing called Meep Theory, which was basically my own version of Game Theory. Look, Meep Theory was kind of like drinking warm milk. Surely, if you do it, you have a good reason, but you're still weird. I also had a friend who had a YouTube channel at the time, and I was so desperate to join in with all that, I ended up, helping him out with editing, or lack of editing.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a Better Boy Plays video. Today, I'm with one of my friends here. Say hello.
Hey, I'm the Meerkat.
2018. Okay, so you know pretty clearly that February 10th was the day that humanity basically lost all hope, because that's the day I started YouTube. Yay. Epic. When I made my own YouTube account, it was really cool because I started looking at whatever I felt like looking at. In fact, I started watching Nigahiga, Liza Koshi, and all those types of things. At the time, they were like the only things I watched because that was the comedy I enjoyed at that time. I wasn't really someone who liked memes yet, as such. In fact, I remember making so many stereotype videos when I was younger because that was all I really knew how to make. I didn't know how to make any other type of videos, and I was proud of them, even though today I wouldn't be.
Nick, it's dinner.
Give me a sec.
Nick, it's dinner.
Doing something.
Nick, it's dinner. What could you possibly miss for dinner?
Mate, just give me like 10 minutes.
I know those videos were quite childish, but it fit well with my character at that point because on YouTube, If you don't act childish as a child, you're not going to succeed. It's the one issue I've always had with Ronald G and people like Piper Raquel, because they get forced into doing these things like making up fake scenarios with their boyfriend that would just never happen in real life, but they're forced to do it because if they're not doing that, they wouldn't be making the money that they are now. I'm not saying that content is necessarily bad, I'm just saying it feels like they're not, enjoying themselves if they were just being free. If you were just being free to make your own content, you'd be making Fortnite in real life videos. Oh goodness. It wasn't until mid-2018 that I got to use another social media app, Instagram. Obviously, you know I have Instagram. It's not something to hide. Now, do I recommend Instagram? Well, I'll get into that later when I talk about 2019. It was also around this time I started watching people like PewDiePie, because, I love PewDiePie. 2019 started off with a Fortnite video. I still really didn't know what I was trying to do with my channel. I wasn't upset about the way my channel was. In fact, I remember hitting 100 subscribers around the time of my anniversary.
Because I got 100 subscribers. Oh my lord, 100 subscribers.
And I was proud of that. I was proud of hitting 100 subs because to me that was the best that I'd ever done on my channel. It wasn't till one day on YouTube, sitting in the corner of my room, where I was looking through my suggested and I saw a video by Memulous. The video was talking about Morgs and his challenge videos, where he, stayed in his own house for 24 hours. Extreme challenge!
Okay, so I know right from the get-go I'm gonna have like 500 comments calling me bad at Call of Duty, and I just want to clarify something. I know.
I found it funny. I found it genuinely enjoyable. And so I started watching more of Memulous' videos when I saw the cyber safety video. When I saw that, I knew I wanted to do commentary. I actually remember I did a commentary video on cyber safety a bit after I made a couple of commentary videos.
Yeah, that's 100% not photoshopped. I've been scared to show my body on the internet because I don't want anything said about me, but you know what? I think I'm brave enough now. Here's a picture of me.
I'm actually quite happy with the content I'm making. I would say I went through kind of a pubescent stage on my channel where I made those gameplay videos. They were alright. I'm not saying they were good. I'm not saying they were good at all, they just weren't. But they were actually okay for where I was at the time. But those older videos were way better than my videos in 2018. If time travel was ever invented and I could go talk to my 2018 version of me, ignore the fact I'd probably bring a handgun. Now, I said I'd be talking about Instagram through 2019. As I was saying, I got Instagram in 2018, and nothing really happened until 2019. You see, the way that Instagram's made, it means that it'll push you towards whatever you like. So even if I unfollow the 500 people I follow, it's not gonna just suddenly be a blank slate. My suggested is still gonna be all the things I just previously liked. And that's how I feel it is. Instagram's kind of like a trap. You decide your prison and then you live in it. I actually quite like Instagram. I think it's fun, and I think it's enjoyable to see me and my friends chatting on there and sharing memes and stuff, because that's all I really do. But there was one time that really made me realize that Instagram can actually be a really big bridge between places. You see, one time I was on Instagram and I saw that one of the meme pages I followed were making a group chat. This group chat I joined pretty quickly, and there were about 30 people in it. There was this one girl who just kept leaving us all unseen, never talked, and me in my usual state was like, yo, what's up with you? And they just didn't really respond. I just kept saying, hey, are you good? And they just said, yeah, I'm fine. And so I DM'd them privately and I had a chat to them. After a while, I ended up finding out that they were in a family that had some severe domestic violence, and she was being abused by both parents. To think that someone could feel that way, it was actually really terrifying. I felt very sad for her, and she was at the point where she would either just run home or, do it the old-fashioned way. I remember talking to her for hours, trying to convince her that she can do things. I remember saying things like, wow, you've put up with this for so long, you're so strong, I can't believe you, I'd never be able to do that. But it never worked. That's the thing about Instagram. You have to be careful. Now, YouTube has actually been something that I've noticed that has kind of shaped me as a character, in a way. You see, back when I first started my channel, I was really hoping to stick on this path of doing whatever I want, not letting other people decide who I wanted to be. Until I got a theme in my channel didn't really grow, so that's why I'm kind of sticking with this theme. But other apps like TikTok and Instagram have really allowed me just to do stupid, funny things that I just wouldn't be able to do on YouTube because that just wouldn't make sense. And I'm not saying that's bad at all. I like the fact my YouTube has a theme, and I like the fact that my TikTok and other things don't. I think that's great. But yeah, from what I can see, I feel like that's how everything's built up. But I thought you might be interested in that. That's all really I can say. But I'll see you in the next one. Yeah.